Okay, there we go. Yet again, for some reason, my audio mixer decided to disconnect my microphone and set the option for a different, well, actually, it set it to default, which I didn't tell it to do. And OBS isn't supposed to change my settings because this is the second time now that it has done that and set my microphone to default. Um, while I don't have a default microphone. I just have the microphone I have, which is apparently not default. So, thank you, Mina. Uh, I would have figured it out because I would have been like, why are my closed captions not working? Because it doesn't record anything that it doesn't see. But it would have taken me a while, just like the last time where I was going for about 15 minutes before I said anything, or before I realized I wasn't saying anything. So, what I was saying is I didn't like how small I was on the picture. So, I got way up close and personal, and that's what we're going to be doing here today. Um, we are gonna return to our Yuri game, which we didn't get very far in because I talk a lot. I had a lot to say about the game, and Scum says I was being sassy last time, so let's see. Let's see how sassy I am. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're just gonna play some Yuri games. They are kinetic novels, which means they have no choices. So it means that we're just literally playing through a visual novel where we get to see the stuff and also read it. It also has no voice acting, which is fine. Sorry about the yawn. Uh, okay. And, um, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It's a Yuri game with no choices, and I'm gonna be reading it all because it's a visual novel, and we're gonna get our gay on the girl way. um, yeah, I'm gonna do it now. We're gonna switch on over to the streaming room, and I've got the game set up, but not the game, the launcher for the game, because it's 4 different games with one launcher. It's an words. It is an original English language visual novel. Ooh, when I flip over, my crotch is gonna be right in the screen. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll give you guys a crotch shot. Oh, it was a belly shot instead. And also, why the fuck is that happening? Nope. Nope. That should not be there. I don't know why it's there. So, give me just a second to turn that shit off. What in the fuck? Yeah, no. uh, this is fine. This is fine. Why did I have that popped up anyways? I'm gonna delete it. Okay, 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 guys. We cool now. We cool now. We cool now. Trust. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna we're gonna hi. Hi. Yeah. So I know I don't have it up there because the launcher is currently up and not the game. So let me launch the game. And then hopefully it will pop up, or I might have to. Oh, it did not pop up. It's fine. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. It actually worked this time. Wow. Wow. Okay, we good. We good. We good. Okay. So we've done a little bit of the game so far, and let me, hi, hi, hi. Uh, we're pretty much just gonna get right into it, because I don't have a whole lot to say about it. We haven't got very far. All we know so far is that Akane, our character, is from the country, and right after high school, she moved to Tokyo to become a model, and she's been trying for 6 years, apparently, in between other jobs, that keep her alive, because she has to work. Nobody can survive without a job. And then, let's see. On her way to another modeling interview, she ran into some lady and spilled her coffee all over her. And apparently the lady is out for fucking revenge or something, because not only did the lady chase her down, but then after getting changed into cleaner clothes, was driving around town. Like, okay, so she met this lady because she ran into her in a train station. Well, why the fuck's the lady driving around in a car then? Who knows? But here we are. Anyways, so the lady saw her, I guess, in Tokyo, which has millions of people in it, and was all like, "Hey, you gotta pay me for my clothes," and they were like equivalent to 6,000 USD, guys, like $6,000, and it's like, I'm sorry, that outfit was not that cute, but okay, sure. And she did add in the handbag as well, which, like, okay, I can see that, because handbags are expensive if they're designer. Anyways, so Akane agrees to be her maid for about 3 months to pay back what she owes for the clothes. And on top of that, Akane needed to find a new place to live because she was getting kicked out. So she told the lady, "Hey, let me live in your place. That way I'll always be on hand 24/7, you know?" And the lady's like, "Fine." And then hired a moving company for Akane, which is crazy. I mean, this lady's like, "You owe me a lot of money. You owe me like hundreds of thousands of yen." And it's in Japan. I mean, you've probably figured that out because I said Tokyo. Anyways. But sure, I'll hire a moving company for you, move you into my house where you'll get to live for a while, and here we are. This is literally it. That's where we are in the game right now. But I had so much to talk about dealing with dealing with the whole premise, because to me it's so, I mean, like, yeah, it's a game, it's a fantasy, it's whatever, but at the same time it's like, I don't know, I do like a little bit of uh where I don't have to um what's the word shit, I forgot. Where you put aside your disbelief, okay? So that's how it is with most stories. That's kind of the point of fiction. It doesn't have to be realistic and true, um, because you just kind of put aside your disbelief for a while. Suspension, there we go, of disbelief. And while I'm totally fine doing that, I like my games to not require me to do that for everything, and pretty much they're requiring me to do that for everything in this story. So I've had a lot to say about about how everything's going, like trying to be a model for 6 years. And I'm like, let your dreams stay dreams if it's 6 years and you haven't reached it. um, so anyways, the next morning, oh, right, and I have lots to say about a lot of these choices. Like, I don't like the text that they chose to use. It's actually kind of difficult to read at times, and I mean, I know it's a text issue. I know it's quickly, because I just read that word. I know it's literally the text issue and not the way it's written or anything like that. It's just that this font and this type uh, doesn't really lend well with the way they've put it together. And that's kind of, I think that's something that should and can be criticized when it comes to games, because if they are difficult to engage in, then you're going to be putting off some players. I have no reading issues like with dyslexia or anything like that, but if I'm having problems simply because the text is a little wonky at times, that means that people who do have uh, disabilities or need accessibility issues aren't going to be able to read it either. So, like, you know, just something to keep in mind as a dev is, like, can someone else easily read this? You don't want to be putting up road stops for your games, you know? The next morning goes by rather quickly. I wake up, see, like that. Um, yeah, you guys could see it. Okay, it's not super small, but look at this. I wake up on time, and look at how spaced out those letters are. So it looks like it could be upon, which is how you spell it, or it's up on, which is what they mean, sure, and it is spelled right, but I wouldn't be able to tell you if that was one word or two words right there, simply because that's how the text goes. For some reason, around vowels, it makes a lot of extra space, and it's so weird. Like, I can't figure out why it does that. Anyways, I wake up on time for the movers to come and pack my stuff, and they do it professionally and timely. They neatly pack my stuff into boxes and maneuver it onto the truck outside with ease. They're also super helpful, always telling me important things before they pack items. This is a very weird part of the story. Like, why do we need to know about how great these movers are? In no time, they finish moving and are already en route to Mikawa-san's condo, and all that's left for me to do is kiss the place goodbye and head on over myself. Except, I don't know where she lives. Uh-oh. Because I never got her address. I hurry out the door to catch one of the movers to get the address, but the truck is already long gone. What am I gonna do? Just then, a car honk sounds behind me, and I jump in shock. Behind me is a sleek-looking black car pulling up next to me so slowly. The driver gets out of his seat and opens the door for me as I stand there, bewildered. Is this part of the moving service too? No, it's just her personal driver or something, I guess. Ah. Driver Kim. Sorry, it's a joke, because in the last part of the game, Scum, one of my regular viewers, said this Juman Han looking guy in the background. And he's a character from Mystic Messenger, okay? Um, his driver is Driver Kim. Uh, and that's how the driver is known throughout the entire game, is Driver Kim. And he actually gets a part in some of the later stories. But no Sprite. So I was just making a joke about Driver Kim since we got a driver here. Tanaka-san. Oh, hold on. It's a butler. Gotta lower my voice a little. Tanaka-san, Mikawa Ojo-sama has requested that I escort you to her condominium. That's a terrible voice. Let's never do that again. Oh, wow. I get a chauffeur to my new place? She's spoiling me. No, Mina, it was terrible. You don't want that voice. Without further ado, I step into the car and comfortably make my way to my new temporary home. Tanaka-san, we have arrived. See, that's much better. That's a way better voice. The butler pulls up to the curb in front of this tall modern building and steps out of the car. Even as I open the car to get out, I'm too busy marveling at the building and its surroundings. Mina, you're such a liar. Guys, she's a liar. Don't listen to her. This has to be one of the more luxurious areas around the city. You know what would be funny? If this was like a picture to my apartment complex. It's not, but it'd be funny. Because it looks very similar to this in the front. Scum is fooding, I think. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so like, it is clearly not my apartment complex, but it would be funny if it was, because these are stock photos from, I assume, Tokyo. But they do look like they're in Japan. So, tall buildings and towers loom over the area, and although it seems busy, the streets are quaint and quiet. This way, Tanaka-san. As the butler beckons me to follow him, I study the entranceway of her condo building and notice a path of blue cloth laid out that sports the moving company's logo. Yeah, they do that. The movers that were previously at my house are now working hard to move my stuff into the place. She also didn't have much stuff to begin with, because she's like, I promised myself I wouldn't get things to fill my temporary home that I've had for 6 years. We carefully evade them so we don't interrupt their workflow, and buzz in through the intercom to reach Mikawa-san. After a brief conversation between the butler and Mikawa-san, we go into an unoccupied elevator up to the 20th floor. Wow, that's tall, guys. 20th floor. Okay, so sorry, I was looking out my window because the building next door is taller than our building, I think. And still, it's only about 6 floors. Not that I live in the middle of downtown Tokyo, okay? Because, first off, Tokyo is big, it's huge. And also because I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money. So I have to get, a place that fits our budget. But, yeah, condo on the 20th floor, that's like, that's a big shot. Hold on. I'm gonna make fun of this. No, no. See, it can't even go up to the 20th floor. There aren't 20 buttons there. That's all I wanted to say. I knew it when I saw it. I was like, that is not a 20th floor elevator. It's fine. Nobody's gonna notice, except for I noticed. It's funny. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's got 7 floors at the most. I'm sorry, 14 floors at the most. Sorry. Because those other buttons are things like the call button for emergencies and things like that. So, like, and that's not even counting if they have a basement level, which for a condo like that, you'd assume that there's parking somewhere, you know? So yeah, sorry. You gotta do what you gotta do. If that's the only background you have for an elevator, you use the background for the elevator, you know? I'm just nitpicking and being sassy, as Scum put it. So that's what I'm doing. The elevator ride is mainly silent aside from the elevator whirring, but the butler suddenly speaks up. Please treat Mikawa-sa- Oh, hold on, I forgot. Please treat Mikawa Ojo-sama with care, Tanaka-san. She might not look it, but she is quite the fragile person. Sure. She didn't seem the least bit fragile at all when I first met her, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. I trust the butler more than I do her, if I'm being honest. The elevator rings and the door opens to more blue protective guards on the walls and floors to prevent the scratching from the movers. I would also trust the butler more than, hey, Neko, than the lady who assaulted us, you know? Like, it's not a high bar. Like, the butler has no ulterior motive here. He gains nothing from lying to us nor telling us the truth. So, like, yay, lesbians, we're doing gay the girl way. We're going full gay today. That's what we're doing. If I don't get a kiss CG, I'm gonna riot, okay? I need some lesbian makeout time. The butler stays in the elevator and waves goodbye to me as he leaves me alone in the hallway, as if sending me off into the lion's den. So, I do want to say, as I prolong us getting to Yuri stuff, I think... So one of the other games I played, Falling for Yao Guys, I felt like the writing had a lot of filler to it, things that weren't needed and also didn't add anything to the story. They were just moments that felt like, bring on the scissors, yeah! Things that were added and didn't feel like they gave us any new information or insight on characters or anything like that. So, like one of the things that I was taught in writing, and this is like at high school level, okay, is that if it doesn't add anything, it doesn't need to be there. It is literally just adding to word count if that's the case. And I agree with that. Now, I know there are multiple different ways to write and tell stories and stuff, but that's the way I prefer. I don't want to be reading about a bunch of shit that doesn't have anything to do with the story. But here we had a very short scene about the movers and Akane going to the new place, and a very short interaction with the butler. And we did get a small bit of information. The butler cares about Mikawa and also says that she is a fragile person, so be nice to her, basically. And like that's interesting because first off, we're getting added information from this very, very tiny short scene. And also, at first, when they were talking about the moving, I was like, this is a lot of info about the moving stuff, and I don't really see the point in it. But, like, it's done in a way that it's not, uh, it does add. It does add to the story, is what I'm saying. Is that this is the way to do filler or fluffy moments correctly. Because you're not sitting here going, why am I reading about how movers have put paper and cloth all over the place so they don't scratch it up. From that information, we're getting that this is, in fact, a very uh, fancy place, and the company is very responsible and conscientious about ruining things, even though Akane's things are all just like super trashy and stuff. That's not the point. The point is that Mirakawa hired this very professional, very astute moving company. So like this this is good fluff. This is good I don't want to say pointless info, but like sure we don't need any of that info, but they're giving it to us in a way that feels like, oh, okay, I am getting something out of this, and I'm okay with the way that they wrote it. Just wanted to say that because of my comments on the previous game about how I was like, I don't like all this filler stuff, which is actually why I'm not playing analog on stream right now. I'm gonna go through all the filler stuff and see what happens, I guess. Okay. I head towards the open door and find Mikawa-san directing the movers, but that's not the only thing I find. Upon laying my eyes inside the door, what I expected to be a luxurious-looking home turns out to be a mess. Luxurious landfill! Because of the way they blurred out this picture, it looks like that counter is just floating. But I see right here is the wall. But because they blurred it, it blends in with the floor, and so you can barely see the different colors here. Also, this isn't too bad. Like, seriously, she calls this a landfill? Not bad. Not bad at all. Come on. Don't get me wrong. Everything about the apartment looks nice as hell, but the amount of garbage and clothes lying around everywhere is a sight, and not a good one at that. Bottles, both plastic and glass, are strewn about in the living room. The kitchen is a hot mess of takeout cartons and bags. The couch and dinner chairs are being used as clothes hangers, and delivery boxes are lying about everywhere. Also, look! She could see... That's Tokyo Tower, right? In the background? I haven't actually seen it. I need to go to, like, the heart of Tokyo. My eyes and mouth open wide, and I look... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bad thoughts, bad thoughts. Okay. My eyes and mouth open wide, and I look to my new employer for an explanation. Damn, you live like this? She said it! She looks away and bites her finger, clearly in shame. Don't ask. Aside from the piles of garbage, this place is actually really nice. Damn, you live like this, right? The windows in the living room go from the floor to the ceiling, lighting up the place even more with natural sunlight, and the view is absolutely breathtaking. Through the windows are a sea of buildings and other towers that surround the area, and in the distance you can even see, yeah, Tokyo Tower, I was right! Even though the residence isn't the biggest, it's still quite spacious compared to what I assume most condos are. She's been living in a one bedroom for 6 years, and that's all she's really known of the city. She probably doesn't even need a place any bigger than this if she's living by herself. I take a peek into my room where the movers are still meticulously placing things and rebuilding the bed, and thankfully, it's much cleaner in there than out here. Yes, because she used it as a storage closet. I never used that room, so now it's your bedroom. Thanks, I guess. It's one less room to clean, that's for sure. In a matter of less than an hour, everything is placed perfectly in my new spacious room, and the movers bid us goodbye. Now all that's left is me, the rich girl, and the ransacked living quarters. Here. She tosses me a key fob and a credit card, and I take it with the utmost care like it's a treasure that could be broken if handled incorrectly. Okay. The credit card is only if you buy groceries and cleaning supplies. Don't even think about buying unnecessary things. I can check what you've bought. I could totally plan a getaway with this credit card, can't I? Probably. She's probably got more money than you could even imagine. I mean, if one set of clothes cost you 3 months, uh, 3 months of paychecks. Haha, just kidding. Unless... Yes, Mika... Oh, fuck me. Okay. Yes, Mikawa-san? Just... Oh... I had a hard time saying this because I try to make it into one sound instead of three separate sounds, because it is three separate syllables, but I'm American, and vowels are supposed to all run together. That's how it works. That's how it works. You don't say. You don't say vowels separately. Okay, so Aoi, maybe close. Aoi, 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 aoi. I know what it means. I just can't say it. It's hard. Ah, just I will do. I'm not a big fan of formalities, especially if we're going to be living together for the next 3 months. I shrug at her casual outlook and just go with it. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Neko. I'm over here like fretting every single time. Then, then, Ali, just how long have you been living here for a luxury dwelling to turn into this? We are not doing the words today. I gesture my hand towards the monstrosity that is of her place. Hell on earth? A week and a half. Really? She's only been here a week and a half? That's it? Okay, Mina says it's like an almost drawn out Ali. Officially speaking, your pronunciation sounds pretty good on it. Oh, thank God. uh, Ali. Okay, okay, okay. And it already looks like a garbage dump? Okay, I had a housewarming party and I was too busy to clean up, that's all. Right. I take one last look at the work I have to get to. So let's get started. Where are your garbage bags? I don't have any. Hang on. That explains why there's garbage everywhere. But how do you live in some place for at least 10 days, a week and a half, and not have garbage bags? Like, that's the first thing. Besides toilet paper, but like you usually buy those two things at the same time. A garbage bag and toilet paper. Okay. Then do you have a vacuum, a broom, a mop? She shakes her head. I'm not only worried, I'm also highly disappointed. Take me to the nearest home appliance store now. She is being really judgy, but on the other hand, it does seem to be a trash heap. So, yeah, kinda. Akane is like you're a rich girl and you have no cleaning stuff. This is like how do you survive like this? But it's only been a week and a half, you know? So it's like, I mean, we didn't have a vacuum for a while. Priorities. Plus, she seems like she works a lot. She looks like she also has never cleaned before in her life. Yes, exactly. This must be her first ever time living alone. Ooh, that sounded a little too erotic. I can't do the huffs in a female voice. I was like, I was gonna huff and be out of breath, but holy shit. I think I might have moaned a little there. You know what? I kind of want to do it again because it's funny. No, I'm embarrassed. Okay. Do we really need all this? With all this mess, we should have brought even more. I dropped the bags of cleaning supplies on a spot that's actually visible on the floor and began taking out each cleaning instrument. She follows suit and lines up the various items on the floor next to mine. Vacuum? Check. Gloves? Check. Garbage bags? Check. Feather duster? Check. Rags? Check. Everything else? Check. Neko was like, I'm gonna get this like panting, breathy moan. Next time I totally forget that people can hear me, I'll do it again, okay? It was one of those times, you know, when people are like, did that come out of me? That's what it was. Hey, I'm gonna go change into more comfortable clothing real quick, and then we can get to work. We? You mean you can get to work. I have stuff to do. I'll be in my room. Call me if you need anything. I open my mouth to rebuke, but she has a point. I was hired to do this after all. I sigh as I watch her back face me and waltz to her room, leaving me alone with a mountain of garbage. Does your room need cleaning too? No, it's fine. Doubtful, but I won't press further because I already have more than I can handle out here. Ironically, did that come out of me as just as sus? You're right. Yep. That is correct. Alright then, let's get this party started. Cue Pink. As in the singer. 4 hours later. Oh, we're so cute. Look at us. Look how cute we are. Hold on. There we go. Guys, we're super cute. And she really did get the whole place clean in 4 hours. That's kind of impressive. And that's the last of it. I drop the dirty cloth into the kitchen sink and admire my work of art from afar. Yeah, those shorts! Every nook and cranny is now sparkling clean. All the clothes lying around now in laundry baskets waiting to be washed, and every bottle can sorted into its respective batch. Maybe I should go professional, eh? I wipe the sweat off my forehead and pat myself on the back. To reward myself, I crack open a can of beer that was carried over from my own fridge at my old place and chug it down. Ah, that hits the spot. I walk to the huge window and take in a breathtaking view outside. The skies are clear with only a minimal amount of clouds breezing by, allowing the sun to relentlessly shine upon the city. The sunshine bounces off the tall buildings and its windows, making it brighter than it actually is with its glare. Scanning down below, the people and cars look like ants marching through the concrete jungle. Even the rooftops of the vast buildings fascinate me. I take another sip of the cold beer in my hand and look back at the spotless living room. Maybe this isn't so bad after all. Cleaning and cooking for someone that you barely see because they're so busy? Is this what being a housewife feels like? That is the dream, sure. I actually know someone who's all like, I need to find some rich man to marry, preferably old, so that he dies soon. She's funny. Oh, excuse me for the yawn. Mina, it's my dream. We need a sugar daddy, RJ. You know what? I agree. My eyes wander to her closed door, and I can't help but wonder what she's up to. The time on the wall then catches my eye, and I realize that half my day has already flown by. 4:55. Dinner time is nearing. What does she like to eat, I wonder? From the evidence left over in the heaps of trash, I'd say cup noodles. But now that I'm here, there's no need for cup noodles. I walk up to her door and knock on it for her attention. What is it? Neko says, I'm gonna have to settle for a dream of winning the lottery. That's a lot more likely than getting a sugar mommy. You know what, Neko? Same. And they don't do that here in Japan. So that's how likely it is for me. I don't know. Maybe I can convince somebody to give me a lot of money for husbandos. Oh, right. Neko, we were talking about that. I gotta shoot my shot with rich, bored housewives of expats, you said. No, not sugar daddy. No, I meant the lottery. As far as I know, Japan doesn't have a national, like, money lottery dealio. But yes, Neko, sugar daddies. I might have to go into Findom, financial domination. Shut up, Mina. You're totally their type. They do have pachinko. You are right. They do have pachinko. Which, is not gambling. Sort of. Is. It's funny. Yeah, Mina, give it a shot. Tell you what, you find someone who's willing to pay for our apartment, and you can spend half your time over there. I have not gone into any pachinko parlors yet. It's because I have no money. All the 2D men have been taking it. I'm so broke. Good. Good, Mina. You treat them right. um, what do you want for dinner? I need to go out and get ingredients if you want something super fancy. I'm fine with whatever. That's surprising. I thought she'd be more picky. Really? You sure about that? They're incredibly loud, noisy, and smelly. You're not missing much. Oh, okay. Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure people can smoke in them. I mean, I know it's not necessarily illegal to smoke, in the city, but they've really been making a push for I knew the pachinko places. But thank you, Neko. Yeah, they've been making this push to limit smoking areas. Now, they haven't, as far as I know, made any sort of laws against it, except for actually, I saw the other day that Shibuya is a no smoking. Uh, Forget what are our places called? Like area. The someone help me. It starts with a P, right? The little sections, little city areas. Mina, you're not helping, but kinda. Prefecture, thank you. That's the word. So, I saw the other day, it said, Shibuya is a no smoking prefecture. Ah, okay, Neko. Except no one really cares when people still do. They just get stared at a bit more. Yeah, okay. Which I found surprising because I hadn't thought that they'd put in any city ordinances for it or anything like that. Like I know that they have designated smoking areas and they say, "Hey, you can't smoke within this amount of space of like certain buildings or schools." Schools is the big one. You can't smoke within a certain distance of schools, or at least you're not supposed to. Um, I don't know. I don't know how likely and common it is, but oh. So would that then make it a city district? Okay, that works. Thank you, Neko, for that info too. I didn't know the difference. Um, yeah. Ah, okay, okay. Oh. Hey, I'm learning all sorts of neat stuff. Shibuya is a ku, which I knew that. I didn't know that that wasn't a prefecture, but that's Ken apparently. And city is she. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Um yeah, but I think that all the pachinko parlors allow smoking inside. Because whenever we go near them, we're always like, wrinkling our nose. Oh, that's what those things mean. Okay, okay. Awesome. So awesome. Because we use that symbol for our area in Setagaya too. So, yeah, it's a coup. Okay. Um, we're big on the whole not smoking thing, mainly because my body tries to kill me. I'm asthmatic and smoke causes problems. Yeah, maybe she's just too busy to care, but that's fine by me. I walk over to the fridge and look at what's available since I've brought over plenty of ingredients from the one I had in my old apartment. Okay. Chome is like road or district or area. Yeah, kind of like a city block sort of. Yeah, like a road. Yeah. I thought that was interesting. Um, when you talk about an area and then you list the Chome. Yeah, the city block. Okay, see, because that's at least how I figured it out when we were jumping around from temporary apartment to apartment, before we got our final place, and you'd give them the number like 3 chome, and or san, But either way, the point is that's kind of how I envisioned it when they would know where you're talking about based off of the number you said. And of course, walking around the area, I get to see all these places that are part of 1 chome or 2 chome. So yeah, I kind of figured it was like a city block, like just a string of places. Even with my stuff, the interior of our fridge looks lacking and empty. Hmm. I have ground beef, some onions. Ah, let's make Hamburg steak. You can't go wrong with that. Not to mention, I actually have the ingredients here. Let's hope she's okay with that. Throughout the entire time of prepping and cooking, I didn't come out of her room for even a second. What the fuck is this music? I'm not I'm not sure I'm keen on this one. Okay, okay, got better. Yeah, yeah, Mina, yeah, exactly. It's as if I'm actually living alone and I'm just cooking for me and my imaginary friend. Also, I'm super glad all my cooking pots and pans are here, or else we'd be having takeout for dinner. She literally has nothing in her house. How does she not even have any cooking equipment whatsoever? Like, you could go to the fucking dollar store and get that shit. Trust on that, because that's what we did. uh, Key money is a lot, which is the money that you have to basically give to the people you're renting from and expect to never get back, on top of deposits and first month's rent and all that sort of stuff. So like we had the money to cover that, but we were living tight there for a little while. And so when we needed stuff for the kitchen, I'm like, let's go to the dollar store. And I'm not shitting you. Some of our pots and pans are, like $2. Because we had to manage it. Yeah, Google Maps definitely helps out a lot. I get that she just moved in recently and has only been eating out and stuff, but come on, she couldn't possibly have planned on never cooking, right? As the clock strikes 6 p.m., I finish garnishing the classic dish and, of course, take an aesthetic picture and upload it to Instagraph. Graph. Can't put Instagram in there. That's trademarked. Yes, it is basically a bribe. Um, every place we looked at required key money, and we went through an agency. Um, and he took real good care of us. So, like, I don't think he was sketchy or anything like that. But, but yeah, they clearly haven't gotten rid of it. So, and they may, in fact, have raised the key money for foreigners. In fact, actually, that's why we didn't get our first place, is because we're foreigners. I mean, that was not stated, but oh, officially they have made movement to remove key money. Okay. And yeah, at least we only have to pay it once for getting into the place. Yeah. Um, but yeah, we had applied for a different apartment, which was nice. It was real nice. And we didn't get that one, so at least we didn't have to give key money for that. Because you only have to give it when you're moving in. Ah, yep. So it's gonna take 10 to 50 years to sink in. Yep, until it starts being weeded out. Yep. Mhm. Exactly. So what we're talking about is something that happens here in Japan. I don't know if other places do it. I know the U.S. does not. Key money is basically a gift of money you give to the landlord to let you live in their place. Um, that's the easiest way to put it because you will never get that money back. You're not expected to get that money back. And as Neko put it, it's basically a bribe. And it is. It is. It's going, here, I give you money because you allowed me to stay here. Even though I'm paying rent and I have to give you other money. Yeah. So we're renting from a large corporation. Uh, the other apartment we were looking at was not a large corporation, and I think that's why we got denied because we are very foreign. You can tell it by any of our names. And you know, uh, there's a lot of distrust on foreigners, and um, it kind of is just what it is. Like, do we deserve that distrust? I don't think so, but I can also understand the fear mongering that happens to make people think foreigners are bad people. So, yeah, we didn't get that one, which is fine because it worked out. We got a beautiful place even closer to Mina's school than the last place we were looking at. And while this is more expensive than the last place, it's great. I love it here. It's wonderful. Uh, all right. Now to call the dragon out of her den. Really, Akane? I walk up to her door and knock 3 times loudly. Um, Dinner's ready, so you can. In an instant, the door opens wide, and I meet her face to face, with her staring into my soul. My eyes wander behind her and see that her room is just as messy as it was out here. What with clothes lying around and books and papers. Before I could thoroughly inspect the rest of her room, she moves past me and closes the door, aware that I'm snooping. Feeling slightly abashed for being caught looking around, I follow behind her to the dining table. She pauses midway and surveys the different scenery in her home. Wow. Her head then turns to me with eyes wide open, visibly impressed. You did all of this? Of course, I may not be a professional cleaner, but I can do my fair share of housekeeping. I had no doubt about you, or I had my doubts about you since you looked like the type to care about your nails too much to clean properly, but you proved me wrong. I mean, that's what a model's supposed to do, right? Well, anyone would want to do their best to clean up when they owe someone 760,000 yen. She ignores me when the scent of the Hamburg steak uh, leads her to the dining table, setting herself down in front of it. This has a lot of Okay, so yes, it is a visual novel. And yes, there is storytelling. And yes, there is you're supposed to talk about movements and things like that. But this has a lot of storytelling and um not as much dialogue as I would have expected, you know? It's just been kind of interesting so far, especially when we're doing Amnesia at the same time, which is a older Atome game, and you get to see that it's almost all dialogue with very little storytelling elements because that's the way that it's always been done by that company. So it's neat seeing a different way to do it, you know? This is a picture book. And you cook this too? No, Gordon Ramsay made it. Of course. According to her unamused face, she doesn't find my sarcasm funny. I'm not able to hide my cheeky smile though, but I follow suit and sit across from her in front of my own plate of food. I know my own cooking best, so I know what it tastes like already. I let her take the honors and eat first to gauge her reaction. This is my first time cooking for a rich person. I don't know if it's on par with what they usually eat. If she eats cup noodles, that's like, again, low bar. If this doesn't fly with her, then I really have to start sharpening my culinary skills to appease her. You're staying for only 3 months. You don't have to do anything to make her happy. But you're going to, because this is a love story. Although, not like I mind, since I'm pretty much free most of the time now, but I don't know if I can handle the pressure. The fork in her hand slices through the glazed soft patty and brings it to her mouth. Why are... Guys, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna complain. If this goes on much further, it's gonna happen. Because I fucking hate food scenes. I hate reading about people eating food. I hate reading about food unless it's them making the food. Because to me, that's interesting. The way something looks, or like, I do not find it interesting to watch people eat. No joy in that. So, like, I hate when games focus on, hey, let's have a meal and talk about let me eat my food. Yeah, no. It's like I just hate stories about food. There are tons of anime that are just about food, but also there's not just tons of anime, there's tons of shows and like what the Guy Fieri show with divers, diners and diners, drive-ins and dives. There we go. It's all about him just going around to little places and eating food. And like I don't care about that. I don't care about the people eating the food. I like learning about food in and of itself. Like, this comes from this place. This is how it usually is made, or things like that. Like, that's super interesting to me. I'll watch all the cooking shows as long as there's cooking. When we get to the judging of things, I don't care. I don't care what people eat. That's true. He doesn't moan like anime girls, or like the girls in anime do when they eat. Uh, what's that cooking show? The anime. Cooking Shojeki or something? Cook Wars, right? Food Wars, that's what it is. Okay, yeah, that one, over the fucking top, okay? That's it, that's it. Shokugeki no Soma. Um, Mina loves that show. And so I've seen quite a bit of it. And let me tell you, I watched the first episode and I went, no. No. You know what, Neko? You're not the only one. And I know it's a me thing. I know it's a me thing because, they've got in Korea they do those mukbangs, okay? Which are where somebody orders an absurdly obscene amount of food and they just sit there and eat it. And they get people who watch them eat all the food. Yeah. Yeah, so like I know it's a me thing. I know I am of the minority here that doesn't like to read about food, okay? Or watch people eat food, 'cause I find nothing appealing about it. And I think the main reason is because my diet's so restricted. And it's not that I have shame about food, like I'm not dieting because I'm trying to lose weight and I have shame with food. It's just that I literally can't enjoy a lot of foods because they make me sick. So seeing people eat a variety of foods does nothing for me because I'm like, yeah, okay, I feel terrible when I eat that, and I feel terrible when I eat that. So, like, I know it's very specific to me. I'm well aware that lots of people love to watch people eat because it indulges them in something that they, probably really crave and really love. But to me, I get no joy out of food. Um, yeah, I like food. I like certain things, and I will go out on a limb and get those things, even if they make me not feel great. But, like, I just can't enjoy even the thought of stuffing myself because it makes me sick. So, yeah, it's like dangling ice cream in front of someone who's lactose intolerant. Like going, hey, but we could get ice cream after. And they're like, I'm lactose intolerant. Like, yeah, ice cream is good, but it makes me sick. So, like, I don't care if we go to ice cream later. That's not like it's not like something I get to enjoy. So I have this thing about food, and a lot of visual novels and a lot of otome and a lot of romance games focus around food, and I get that because it's a time that people connect. Everybody has to eat, is what it comes down to. Everybody has to eat. So eating is a good pastime to connect with other people and, take a break out of the busyness of everything. I do understand that, but it just drives me crazy because I'm like, I don't want to hear about you eating this fucking cake. I want you guys to make out and maybe even fuck, okay? Not not her hand slices through the glazed soft, or the fork in her hand slices through the glazed soft patty and brings it to her mouth. Like, okay, I get it. It's a hamburger patty, guys. It's glazed with some sort of gravy usually, okay? Like, if I put it like that, Does it sound that appealing? It's a piece of fucking meat with some gravy on it. But no, it's a glazed, soft patty. Yes, it is a demi-glace. I know that. Yeah, Mina, on the other hand, loves food and gets to do all the food stuff. And so she she's like very much like, eat my food and let me watch you eat my food. And meanwhile, I'm over here like, I need food to live, so whatever. The dick in her hand pokes through the glazed soft boobs. No! Neko, no! Right, so we're doing a tit job right now. Got it, got it. Okay, so every time they're eating, I'm thinking about sex. Yep, we're fluffing the muff right now. Have to include. Oh, I have to include it in my next fic, huh? Okay, okay. So between her like plump pert lips, right? We gotta talk about that. For some reason, I become nervous at the thought of her feedback, as if I'm on a cutthroat cooking show, as if my dick is the one being brought to her lips. As if she's about to munch on my muff. I gulp as she slowly. Oh, as she swallows, I nearly stop breathing. She freezes in place, staring at the meat patty on her plate. Um, I mean, you can do that. You can swallow a dick. You don't like swallow it, but you do the swallowing action. What? Somebody called it the likes to call it the Cluck 3000. Gluck. Wait, that was what it was. Gluck. Gluk. Because you know, you put the meat stick in your throat, okay? And then you swallow. and if advanced BJ techniques, yeah. And some people can, you know, gluck is such a good word for it because I don't know how else to explain it. You've got that flap that switches between breathing and swallowing. What's it fucking called? I forget what it's called in your esophagus. Anyways, it makes a gluck sound. That's the only thing I can think of that really works it. That sound really does say it all. Epiglottis, thank you. It is your epiglottis, yes. So, yeah, you can swallow a dick and not actually swallow the dick. That's how you gluck. uh, what's wrong? Does it taste bad? I help myself to a bite, but it tastes perfectly fine, at least to me. Mina signing up for those courses immediately. She would. But Mina, I'm gonna dime you out. I'm diming you out. I'm telling everyone. It's gonna be recorded for all the world to hear. Mina has the worst gag reflex. Like, absolute fucking worst. Like, gags brushing her goddamn teeth, okay? Like... She is so bad. So So she can't do most of the lessons because she's got to work on that gag reflex, and it's so bad that she's got a ways to go. uh, Only you think that, Mina. Well, you and other people, but not me. Yeah, gotta go with the toothbrush right now to try to just get yourself to stop gagging when something touches the back of your mouth. Remedial classes for you. Get to practicing. Ah, Neko, you like the messy makeup too, huh? Cool. It's If it tastes bad, then it's delicious. Her eyes light up like fireworks and she begins to scarf down the rest of her dinner. Not so ladylike, huh? Eat me like you eat my meat patty. It's more oh, it's more the process of messing the makeup up. Okay, okay. Whoa, wait, calm down. You're gonna choke. Seeing her enjoy the meal like a child makes me giggle a bit because of the contrast compared to her usual self. Not to mention, she likes the food. She likes the food! It makes me feel super accomplished that someone likes my cooking. I've only ever cooked for myself, and this validation feels very nice. Her speed slows down as she learns to savor the taste, and she smiles. She can smile. Who knew she was capable of that? As I thought, she looks much softer and approachable when she's smiling, a big contrast to what I'm used to. You know what, Akane? Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm shaking my head so you all know. You all know I am not cool with the smiling makes you prettier. I don't like that. I don't like it. I hate telling girls to smile. I hate telling anyone to smile. Fuck smiling. However, she immediately tries to hide it for some reason. I forgot what voice I was using for her. Sorry, sorry for the sudden outburst. It's just that I haven't had a home-cooked meal in a very, very long time. She continues munching away, and I take this chance to learn more about her. Like I said, munch me the way you munched that meat. I'm living with her for the next 3 months. It's only natural, right? But don't your butlers and maids cook you good food? Under the light of the dining table, I can see a hint of sadness in her eyes. It's not the same. There's a brief moment of solemn silence, but she easily brings the mood back up. What? What? Okay, hang on. What the fuck? She's all like, my butlers and maids cook amazingly crafted, well-learned food. Meals that enrich my body and mind. But it's not the same as this country bumpkin food. I'm so sad that they give me amazing meals. Munch me the way you munch your meat with a lot of teeth? No, Neko. Rara, hi. Yes, it is one of those LGBT games. We are playing a Yuri game. These are the two characters. There are massive lesbians in it. They are massive lesbians. Though they haven't lesbianed yet. Not yet. Our main character, Akane, who is the blonde, has in fact talked about how hot some girls are. Thanks for following. Sounds woke. We're all woke here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be streaming, I'd be sleeping. uh, no, there isn't an inappropriate one in chat. This is my my streams. It's all inappropriate. You will be eventually. Trust. We'll turn you. Neko, sure, you're such a liar. But you're not going to unlock my sad backstory just yet. Pfft. So you're saying I have the possibility of unlocking it down the road? Neko, you're so awesome and pure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. After we are, hold on, I gotta, uh-oh, excuse me. There we go. Okay, so we are currently mating, trying to make out, because we're connecting over food. And I is talking about how even though her butlers and maids make her food, it's not the same as this homemade hamburg steak. Like, it's really, I'm just like, she's basically like crying about having too much money. So, yes, we want to munch meat. And she is munching meat. A smirk forms on her face as she scoffs and looks away in amusement before landing her deep blue eyes on me again. Actually, don't even think about it. All right then, mysterious San. The room goes back to being silent, apart from the clinking of silverware against plates from the both of us. Usually I try to get rid of any awkward silences, but I'm too hungry and tired to even try right now. Apparently, yeah, doesn't cook or clean, and her place was an absolute trash heap. Oh no, you thought of a joke that even you hesitate to tell. I'm curious. Let's see if the filters catch it. Cause when I say I have low filters, I mean it. I mean, like, real low. You'd have to work that hard all your life. To have too much money? Oi finishes her dinner faster than I and proceeds, faster than me. We already went over this English lesson here. We're gonna go over it again, guys, because I got different people. I mean, to clean up after her. This meat has a taste and consistency. You said quim. You literally. Nobody uses that word. I did actually put it in one of my fanfics, though. It is an educational stream. I'm here to teach all sorts of things, okay? So, English. Now, while this visual novel, or kinetic novel, takes place in Japan, and they are using honorifics, it is an original English language visual novel, meaning that it didn't come out in any other language. It was not translated. The thing is, though, is that a lot of people, both native English speakers and not, don't understand the difference between using I and me in a sentence. Usually, people think that if you ever include somebody else with yourself, that you're supposed to say their name and I. That's not correct. That's what we kind of tell everybody. I love the homophobia in your eyes. No. No. not what that's called. um, it's a rule that we tell kids, and it's so very wrong. But what it comes down to, and I learned this from a friend who was an English major, is an English major, I should say. He's not dead yet, okay? Um, the way you tell if you're supposed to use I or me is you take out the other subject. So, in this case, I finishes her dinner faster than I and proceeds to leave me alone again. You don't put an I there. It's super easy to see that even without me taking away I. Because you wouldn't say faster than I, you say faster than me. It doesn't make sense if you say I there. This sauce is delicious, is it prejudice? Okay, thank you, Drew. I'm trying. I'm getting it closer, I think. Um, so yeah, this is the second time this has happened in this story alone. So I know that the writer gets confused on this little English part here, and I mean, like, it is what it is. Like I said, I know native English speakers who don't even know the difference, which is why I know the difference, because it's a very common mistake to want to put I in everything rather than me. But in this case, me works. It's supposed to be she finishes her dinner faster than me, not I. You would never make that mistake? Well, especially now that you've been taught on this totally woke Yuri stream. Now you know the difference between me and I. Wait, before you go, give me your number or Rhine. because line is a thing here in Japan, and it's probably trademarked too. Can't use it. Just like Instagram. Oh, sorry. I don't give out my Rhine on the first date. Where me is a lot smarter than whoever wrote this. Perfect, Rara. You got it. You got it. You're doing absolutely wonderful there. um, so we're literally living with her, and she's like, "Oh no, I don't give you out my line information." uh, my eyes roll at her attempted sarcasm. Come on, you know that's not what I meant. Besides, you're not my type. What's your type, Akane? I give her a smug smile as I shoot back at her with my own banter. Good. I don't date my maids. Oh, okay, we're getting super aggressive here. She holds out her hand as I give her my phone for her to input her number. And also, I need to know your daily and weekly schedule, your allergies if you have any food you won't eat, and your workplace. Yeah, oh burn. Her eyes look up from my phone and raises an eyebrow. In a questioning manner, her eyes raises an eyebrow. Uh, it's so I know when to wake up to make you breakfast, what to pack for your lunch, and when you'll be back for dinner. The questioning face still remains unchanged, staring at me like I'm bizarre. If I'm going to be a maid, I might as well be a good one. Now out with it. She returns my phone to me and crosses her arm, now looking like a serious businesswoman once again, especially in that suit of hers. Only one arm. I work at White Lilies Corporation from Monday to Friday, Monday to Wednesday at the company building, while Thursday and Friday at home, though there are times when I might go to work on the weekends. Okay. I wake up at 7 a.m. every morning and leave by 8 a.m. I get home at around 5:30 p.m. or later, depending on the day. I'll let you know if I'm coming home late. I eat practically everything and anything. I'm not a picky eater, no allergies whatsoever. Well, lucky you. Sorry. that was a that was a little Do you need anything else, Mom? I scrambled to put out all the information on or type out I scrambled to type out all the information on my phone, praying I didn't miss any details. No, daughter, that's all for now, thank you. Good. I'll be in my room then if you need me. Do you always hold yourself up in your room? She answers without even looking back at me. Only when I feel like it. And with that, she's gone. I sigh and bring the plates to the sink and start cleaning. After having a somewhat normal conversation with Aoi, 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 Aoi. I'm going to say that 6 times every single time because I'm never going to get it right. Thank you, Rara. Rara's even better at this than I am. Okay? Everybody see that? Aoi. Aoi. I've noticed something. It's that she reminds me of a cat, coming and going as she pleases and being a snarky brat sometimes. Except cats are cuter than she'll ever be. But I better get used to this. 3 months. What specifically did she say again? 95 days? 95 days with this bratty cat. We don't like her. I knew I was always more of a dog person. Day 5 out of 95. Hold on. No, I can't do it. I can't do the 4 hours later voice for this. I'm bored. I hit the next button and it said I'm bored again. I'm bored. It's only been 5 days and I've already become bored of this lifestyle. Being situated in Aoyama, one of the wealthiest neighborhoods around, means that it's filled with high-end fashion boutiques and restaurants. Okay. I don't know where that is. It must be on the north side of Tokyo. Cause I haven't been over there yet. But I don't even have the money to buy anything worthy. The only thing I can do is look. I love window shopping, but anyone would get bored of doing that every day. I thought having this much... Excuse me for a second. I thought that having this much free time would be a blast, but I've already explored the local area and have seen as much as I could. There's the option of job and house hunting all day, but that's tiring. Is it more tiring than being bored, though? Yeah, is it on the north side, Mina? I should have expected that because they were talking about Tokyo Tower. Oh, where is it? On the west? It's not on the south. And I'm pretty sure it's not on the east, right? Oh, west side. Okay, that makes sense. Anyways, I should have expected that though because they were talking about Tokyo Tower that you could see. Okay. Isn't there something else other than scrounging the internet, cooking, or cleaning I could do? Girl, You even have Instagram. Why aren't you doom scrolling? Ah, okay, between the palace and Shibuya. Now I kind of regret this decision and would rather have a part-time job. At least I would have been earning actual money to spend. If I were to spend now, I'd have to use the money in my savings since her credit card is off limits to big personal purchases. That means the money in my savings can only be for when I find something really cute. But everything looks cute when you don't have the money to spend. My body sprawls out on the leather couch with my head hanging on the armrest in defeat. All of my friends are busy on the weekends too, spending time with their boyfriends or whatever, and leaving the single me to my lonesome. I didn't know we had friends. Must be nice having a boyfriend to buy you things and go on cute dates with. Akane, we all know you're a les, so why? Yeah, boyfriend? Oh, Roppongi, huh? Wow. Yeah, I don't know the other one, but I know Roppongi at least. So, wow. I'd feel weird probably even walking around that area. Like, like I'm so scrubbed, guys. It's fine. Maybe I can drag her out one day and somehow get her to buy me something. Even though my vision is upside down, Aoi's closed room door sparks an idea in my head, shooting me right up from the couch. Oh, we're gonna go clean her room. Today's her day off, isn't it? Oh. Is it a weekend already? Surely I can drag her out and get her to take me somewhere. It'll be in the guise of her needing fresh air. My hands rub together malevolently, like a fly on the wall, and I quickly get to putting my plan into action, guys. They're cleaning themselves. That's what flies are doing when they're rubbing their hands like that. Why she would attribute that to malice is is really saying something about Akane's view on bugs. Ah, okay, okay. I walk up to her room and put my ear to the door, trying to eavesdrop on what she's doing. However, nothing can be heard, not even the sound of typing or paper flipping. Is she sleeping? I look at the time on my phone, 1:24 p.m. Did she get a food coma from lunch or something? I did make more than I was supposed to because the recipe yielded more servings than I anticipated. Doesn't she know it's not a good idea to sleep on a full stomach? Oh my god. Rah, rah. No. I mean, it could be French, right? They sample the Russian flag for the colors of the text box. Oh, this is definitely not French. Got it? Got it. Okay. uh, though it's her day off after all, she probably tries to catch up on sleep whenever she can. I don't know why, but I have the urge to just barge in and wake her up like a toddler just so I can get her to take me out of this prison, even if temporarily. But then again, the door suddenly swings open, mid-thought, without warning, scaring me and in turn scaring her. Oh, we got jammies on. Okay. Apparently, she wears a button-up jammy top, too. I don't know, Rara. I'm thinking it could be French. I mean, like, you know. You know what? I can't finish that. I was gonna say something about tongues in places, but what are you doing in front of my door like that? Nothing, nothing. I, I was just passing by and no, noticed the great quality of this dark wooden door. Yes, wow, as expected, an expensive condo. As expected of an expensive condo. There are children in this chat. Mature audiences. She gives me a judging look and passes me by. You're weird. My smile is probably crooked and stiff, but she took the lie, says the one always confined to her room. Aoi heads to the kitchen and grabs a glass of water, making me wonder if I should bring up the topic of going out or not. The hesitancy stems from her cold and icy atmosphere, and I just know she's going to refuse the offer. She quickly heads back to her room, and right before the door closes, I bring up the courage to ask her, Hey, wanna go out somewhere? Aoi looks at me with a quizzical face, like I just asked the dumbest question on earth. No. And just like that, the door slams in my face without even giving me a chance to appeal her verdict. Wait! I pound on her door, desperate for some company on this boring day. We'll go somewhere interesting, I promise. I know all the good spots. I can show you the world. Fucking Akane. Why are we like this? Why is she like this? I can show you the world. I'm sure there's a carpet in here, some rug or something. We could stand on it and sing next time. A lesbian, try not to get over-attached with someone you just met. Challenge impossible. Oh my. No! You need fresh air anyways. You're always stuck in your room. This time, not a word is said, and I just get left on red in real life. I sigh in defeat and curse at myself. Why did I even bother trying? I already knew this would be the outcome. Fine, I'll just go by myself and have fun by myself. I'm just gonna make my own place with Jack Black and hookers. I speak loudly as I head to my own room to get ready, making sure she hears me as I spite her. After changing, I pass by her room again to give her one more chance before I leave. I'm leaving! Last warning! If you want to come with me, you better get your ass out here now! No response. Ugh, whatever. Who cares about her? Blackjack and hookers. Not Jack Black and hookers, but yes. I could also do Jack Black and hookers. Those two go together as well. In fact, one of the hookers is Jack Black. Day 18 out of 95. 2.5 weeks have passed, and by now, I've grown accustomed to this maid life, or rather, housewife life. Yeah, okay, Jack Black and hookers sounds like a more fun time than blackjack and hookers, to be honest. You know what? I agree. Or rather, housewife life. Oh, I already said. Wait, she's living the life, not gonna lie. She kind of is. She just cooks and cleans. And that's it. That's all that's expected of her. Here we go. All I do is cook lately anyways. It's not like I need to clean every day. Once breakfast and her bento are made, and I nights off to work, I'd just sit at home with all the time in the world until dinner time. Get yourself a fucking hobby. But to be honest, Aoi is still shelled up, and the only thing I know about her is her Netfilm password. Netflix, in which I've learned to take advantage of to kill time with, along with the free gym downstairs. Life here is still just as boring, but I've learned not to mind it as much anymore. One thing that still irks me, though, and that's still me not having permission to clean her room yet, which makes it seem like there's some big secret in there that I can't know about. At first, I didn't care about not cleaning her room, but now that I've become obsessed with keeping the place clean, I'm itching to have every room clean. Wow, Akane, you're getting kind of... Yandere's would be proud. Including hers. I need a new hobby. Hey, can you pass me the popcorn? Yes, I do the cooking. Yes, I do the cleaning. You too, Rara? The popcorn. Yeah, popcorn. The TV flashes to two people awkwardly trying to talk about what their relationship is going towards. The lack of music in this reality TV show is slowly lulling me to sleep despite the advancing drama between the two stars. Oh, is this one of those house party things? Okay, so there's the real life. That's what it is, right? They they do this reality TV show called The Real Life, and like people hook up in it and stuff. No, you're bad at both. Oh, well, you're basically like Aoi here then. Wait, is that what it's called? No, it's called something else. It's a Korean drama if I remember right. Lots of people are watching it. Lots of my friends. And it's got like the thing that they're basically talking about the reality TV show with dating and shit. It's got like 8 seasons or something. It's crazy. I pass the now almost empty bowl of popcorn across the couch and stifle a huge yawn. You don't have to watch with me, you know. It's not like I have anything else to do. Actually, you don't seem to be the type to watch shows like these. Me neither, but I overheard some of my coworkers talking about it and decided to give it a try, and now I'm hooked. Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's whatever that fucking show is called, which I also don't watch, so I don't remember what it is, but every time somebody brings it up, I'm like, oh, that show, right, I know about that. The show's a bit old now, and I've heard it even had some huge controversy in the newest season. It's exactly this show, because there was huge controversy. There will be lesbians on the show. But I guess it doesn't stop people from watching it. I steal a glance at Aoi, and despite her sitting on the opposite end of the couch, it's easy to see that she's completely absorbed in the world of this reality TV show. And this fact definitely won't create tension in the room. You know what? That would be good. That would be good if they did that. They should have some girls making out, and then these girls look at each other and start talking bad about men or something like that. And then they're like, what? You're a lesbian too? Oh my god! Her eyes are glued to the screen, and her entire body sits upright as if whatever is going on in the show is super interesting. I disagree, but seeing how much she likes this show, I won't rain on her parade. Girls making out, just look at my high school search history. When she's in her pajamas, she looks like any other ordinary girl. An ordinary girl just binging on her favorite show at night. A cute ordinary girl. Uh-oh, it's starting. In these past few weeks, I'm beginning to see her more and more like a roommate, rather than an employer. She's not as bad as I thought, after all. You can stop staring at me now. Her eyes nonchalantly move back to the TV, not embarrassed at all about being caught staring. My eyes, my eyes. She is folded in many 45-degree angles. That's how I like my cute girls. My acute girls. Actually, it could be more like acute, like sudden onset. You know, the medical term, acute. I think that's what it is. I think it's a sudden onset. How can I not stare at such a beautiful girl right next to me? Say, pretty lady, how about leaving this club and going home with me, What the fuck, Akane? A piece of popcorn hits my arm, and I laugh out loud at the success of annoying her. Is that how you pick up people at the club? Oh, don't get it wrong. I don't pick up people. People pick me up. Oh, is that so? I'll have you know, I get plenty of free drinks thanks to that. Good, we're getting some good old lesbian going stuff right now. Can we make out? Then you should take me to the club next time. I wouldn't mind some free drinks. I perk up, and I get excited at the idea of bringing this workaholic to the club. For real? Hey, if you're serious, I'm down to go when you're free. I know all the best spots. Ai shuts off the TV and gets up to her room while chuckling coldly at me. Gets up to go to her room while chuckling. She's cucking. That's what she's doing. She's cucking, not chuckling, okay? I wasn't serious. I follow her footsteps and try to convince her to have some fun. It'll give me an excuse to go party again. Come on, have you ever been? It's fun, trust me. She opens a door and leans against the doorway, stopping me in my tracks. Alright, you party animal. We can talk about going to the club another time. I'm more interested in getting some sleep than partying. Lame. She got me excited for no reason. I bet she did. As I'm about to turn around and retreat back to my own room, the mess in her room catches my eye, and I tiptoe to get a better look inside. Your room is still a mess. Can I please clean it for you? No. She hurriedly tries to shut the door, but I prevent it with the weight of my body against it. Why not? No. Just let me in! When I push the door wide enough, I force my body through and... It's supposed to be gape, not gap. You don't gap, you gape. Oh, through the gap. Never mind, that's why. My body through the gap and enter, to her dismay. She fumbles to hide the sight with her body, but it's already too late. What the fuck? It looks fine. What are we looking at here? What's the problem? You guys couldn't put trash in here? They put trash in the other one. Streamer's never okay. Never. Her room is in full view now, and I didn't think it could get worse than the first time I saw it. Mountains of papers and books plague her desk, and hordes of clothes lie on the floor. Okay. There's trash just out of the frame, don't worry about it. Okay. A bunch of other accessories and random objects also occupy the floor, creating Lego-like landmines for anyone's foot. There are a ton of boxes situated around too, probably from when she first moved in. How does she even sleep at night like this? There's no putting it off anymore. You need to sort this mess. But... no buts. What are you, a 5-year-old? I storm into her room and start picking up her clothes, all the while avoiding stepping on the various items tossed on the floor. Why don't you want me to clean your room anyway? You hiding something? No. Then let me clean it. I just don't like it when people enter my room, and besides, I know where everything is, so just leave it alone. Oh, felt. Mood. Totally. Get it. I don't like people in my rooms either. Like, it's my space. Rah rah. Yeah, exactly. This is very relatable. Whether or not it's messy doesn't matter. The point is, it's my place and I know where things are. Don't touch my shit. That's it. As your maid, I simply can't. This was just washed. I recognize it. Why didn't you hang this up? My goodness. I look to her for an answer, but all she does is sit in her office chair and sulk with her arms and legs crossed. My head shakes in disappointment and I roll my eyes at her. Is it because she was spoiled her entire life? I open her closet and it's somehow cleaner than the rest of the room. I sigh and face her, thinking of a reason to entice her to clean. How about this? I clean right now, while you're here, so you know where every single thing will be, even after it's cleaned up and put away. Yeah, Akane, you're being so mean right now. A daughter of a rich CEO that's going to take her father's place one day should not be living like this. Do we know that's what she is? Who's to say they can't? I guess she is. Could be a sign of depression. Yeah. Well, okay, fine. I'm not one to judge, but since I'm already here, I might as well do my job. Overtime isn't included in your debt repayment. She has a point. It's already 11 p.m., so I'm technically off the clock. Technically. Though I look around the room and I absolutely can't stand it anymore. I continue picking up the plethora of clothes and start my overtime. I don't care. I just feel bad for you. You can't possibly work well in such an environment. How do you get things done when you're working from home? I just do. Okay, Superwoman. I begin sorting the clothes and start folding them or hanging them. I keep whichever ones that need to be laundered in a neat pile on the floor. While I work on your clothes, you could start sorting out the things you need and don't need on your desk. I'll help you make it look neater once I'm done with everything else on your floor. You're oddly doing much more than what you were meant to do. Usually, people would just do the bare minimum. I didn't even ask you to clean my room, yet you're willingly offering to clean it. Work smarter, not harder. Even I don't know why. Maybe because your room feels like a dark cloud over the rest of the sparkling bright abode. Akane, you're so mean right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. There will be plenty more unpaid overtime later anyways. I bet she gets more money for those services, if you know what I mean. It's irking me. She sorts through the papers on her table slowly as she replies. Don't forget, this is my place. Don't grow too attached to it now. I know, I know. Maybe I can grow attached to you, and then we share it. And this bedroom. After dealing with her ridiculous sea of clothes, I move on to the various objects on the floor. There were even singular earnings scattered on the floor. What? Earrings. Earrings, not earnings. That's earrings. So that's where that was. I was looking for it. Maybe you should take that as a motivation for keeping your room clean. She returns the missing earring into her box of jewelry on her vanity. And I'm really usually not this messy. Moving in has just made it messy. All I managed to do was get everything out of the boxes. You sure love making excuses. She tosses a crumpled piece of paper at me, landing it square on my forehead. Ow, watch it. My face is my money maker. No, Akane, you haven't got a job as a model. Like, ever. Calm down, it's just paper. Paper cuts exist, hello? Her eyes roll at me and she goes back to her task. There are so many boxes in here. Did you not hire a moving company to help you pack and unpack your things neatly? Basically, Basically, my cousin convinced me to move everything myself for the experience, but I should have spent the money instead of listening to her. And I freaking regret it. Your cousin's got a point. A small golden picture frame on the floor catches my eye, and I pick it up for examination. The frame is decorative and expensive looking, even though it seems rather old and scratched. I flip it over and see a small girl smiling widely, with missing teeth, standing between what might be her parents. The family photo looks so normal, yet so out of place in this princess's living quarters. Wow, is this you? You look so different. What happened to you? Sheesh. Before I can examine it any longer, footsteps thump toward me, and Aoi swipes the picture out of my hands. The picture gets buried into her chest, guarded by her arms along with her vicious glare. Don't touch that. I shrink away, knowing that I probably looked at something sensitive. Whoa, sorry. She can't blame me, though. It was just lying there. Even now, she's super secretive about her family and her past for some reason. I go back to picking up stuff from her floor and am more mindful about what I look at. The silence between us makes the awkwardness worse, but thanks to it, my pace picks up so I could leave this situation faster. Only words such as, where does this go? Mm-hmm, over there, here, yeah, and are exchanged. But it's those one-word answers that make the awkwardness even worse. Clearly that was her ten-up porn stash. She can blame you. You are kind of snooping in her room uninvited. Ah, both of these are very good points. In fact, at the beginning of the game, rah-rah, she, Aoi, had said, don't go snooping in my business. And Akane was like I'd want to, and here we are, doing exactly that. I mean, Akane did force herself into this room. Like, like she is to blame for everything right here. As the floor begins to look more like a floor, she continues sulking at her desk. She hasn't stopped since the whole picture ordeal. I look over my shoulder to her still mindlessly flipping through her documents. The progress on her desk is slowly advancing, but still nowhere compared to the progress I made with the rest of the room. Akane, we get it. You're better at this. I've seen enough. Akane is the roaring knight. Oh, the one who does things for your own good? Mm, mm. Only her opened cardboard boxes that lay scattered and stacked are left to deal with. With this weird air between us, I decide it's best to flatten them outside and leave her to her own devices. Now to ask if she wants them or not. I don't really want to approach her, though. I grab the nearest box and start to ask, but she speaks first. Sorry. Her sudden apology surprises me, and for a second, I forget why she's apologizing. I didn't mean to blow up like that earlier. She was mulling over that the entire time. How cute. Akane! You think everything's cute, though, I guess. Things like these make me think she's actually not a bad person, just misunderstood and bad at communicating. As to not make it that serious, because it wasn't really offended anyways, I chuckle and brush it off. Don't worry about it. But, say, do you want to keep these boxes? I'll flatten them and toss them. Oh, I don't need them. Alrighty. With my arms and hands full of cardboard boxes, I make my way out the door, seeing that my mission is complete. Her room is as clean as it can be, except for some sweeping to do, but that can wait for another day. I think that's enough for tonight, since it's already so late. Wait, what about my desk? She raises her voice and stops me from leaving, but it doesn't have the crass tone that she usually uses. Instead, it harbors more of a lonely feeling. It makes me feel like I'm abandoning a puppy. I glance at her worried face and then her desk. It's getting pretty late, and both of us have to get up early. Not to mention, I'm tired as hell, especially after that big cleanup. Mess on her desk isn't too bad looking since she's just been picking at it and organizing it for the past hour or so. Okay, so it's after midnight. Got it. But I'm not gonna lie, it's still an eyesore. Oh, it can be your homework. Homework? I flash a big, toothy smile at her. I'll leave cleaning your desk to you. Wait, what? It's settled then. I'm a genius. Just do your best to make it and keep it clean, and I'll evaluate you, maybe, for whenever the next time I step into your room, if you ever let that happen. Are you serious? You gotta start learning how to clean. I'm not gonna be living here forever. Oh, but you could. Yeah. Neko, you and I, same brain cell, right here. Oh no, it's far too late to go home now. The walk back to her room is way too dangerous. Best to sleep together tonight. And there's only one bed. uh, I'm not gonna live here forever, but you could. I laugh as I exit her room and close it to prevent her from protesting. We're gonna save it here, guys. We're gonna save it here. We're gonna save it here, and we're gonna call it for tonight. Today. This time. Yes, I'm sure I want to quit. Da ba da. Okay, okay. I don't know if we're gonna get that one. Rara. I would very much like for that to be in there. Like, we gotta have some of the, you know what, and it's gonna be Aoi, who's scared of thunder, living on the 20th floor of a condo. Yeah, what's it gonna take, Akane? When are we getting to scissoring? We haven't even made out. Ah. A top truther, huh? You know what? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Akane is the bottom in this relationship. And that's okay. I'm down for it. So, that's it for right now. We will continue this more next week when I do the streamings again. And, excuse me, this weekend we're playing more Amnesia Memories, not Dark Descent, the Otome game, not the horror game. And we will continue to romance, as Mina likes to put it, Timu Akaza, because Akaza is a great character, and Shin is not. Okay, okay. Aoi is a total bottom, Neko thinks. Top in her life, bottom in the bedroom. She's got that vibe. You know what? Uh, a lot of CEOs and very powerful people do prefer to be bottoms because, or at least subs, because they want the pressure taken off of them from always being in charge and in control. So I believe it. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, Mina. Um, did you make me food? On the outside, she might be well off, but she's definitely not at the top of her life. Yeah, probably not yet. Um, I wonder, because we don't really know what she does. She does seem to lack control in her life. I mean, the fact that she'd been living in that apartment for a week and a half without a maid, and you know what? I will agree. Rara's got some good points. Like she looks put together, but she doesn't seem to be put together. And I'm still wondering what the fuck she was doing at the train station because she clearly has a chauffeur and her own vehicle. So like why is she riding a train? I would like to see yeah, Akane is very pushy. She's very pushy. I wonder if she will be pushy in her relationship too, because she did kind of use that horrible line and said it gets her free drinks. So I don't know how that works out. Oh, excuse me. Okay, okay. I gotta log on off because I keep yawning and I'm not sure how much more I'm gonna be able to stay powered on for. Uh, and I don't really want to just like short out while on cam. So so I will talk to you guys later. We will have Japanese practice tomorrow, and we will have amnesia this weekend. The game. The game. And I'll have my new schedule up by this weekend. Goodbye forever, and thanks for coming out.